Zucchini alla Scapece. Or what were they calling it? What was it called again? Alla Scapece. Scapece.
Zucchini alla Scapece. Ecco cosa.
Alla Scapece. And Escapece. Escapece. I can't, man. I'm so bad at this. Woo! Hey guys, welcome back to Making It. Today we're going to be making zucchini alla Scapece, which is a nice little fried in olive oil, thinly sliced zucchini. Serve it room temp or hot. You can do it with pasta or over rice or just as a side as it's traditionally served. Zucchini alla Scapece. I found this, I was going on YouTube, I was like, what is this dish actually called? And then I was like, well, I don't know how to pronounce that. Shocker, Brad. Oh, really, Brad? You know, you can hardly speak English, pal.
Sto parlando delle zucchine alla Scapece.
Alla Scapece. Zucchini alla Scapece. A little Naples style fried zucchini, baby. Before we get rocking and rolling here, let's do a little shrine, all right? Shout out to the classics, the ingredients, the love. All right, because this is Italian as it gets, real simple. Less is more, right? We just got the zucchini. We got these beautiful, I love these little golden, buttery zucchinis, these yellow zucchinis. They just cook so well, have such a sweet little mild flavor and just a really great texture. The classic green zucchini, you know these things are turned into monsters, size of my arm. Even the hogs, the jumbos that I found a little late and were like this big, usually have big seeds and aren't that good, were really good. I was eating them raw, delicious. Next, we got mint. All right, we got two different kinds of mint. I don't know what type, but they smell delightful. Huge mint fan. We're gonna tear about a half a cup into our mixture when it goes. We got some garlic from the garden. Had a pretty good year. Next year, I'm doing double. I love growing this stuff. It's awesome. Medicinal grade, always when you can. We'll be using that throughout the year. We got about 3/4 of a bushel there. Hello. So we're gonna be using 1 clove of medicinal grade garlic, or the best you can. Little scoochy boochie of Parmesan Reggiano. And we got some olive oil. We got my nice little finishing olive oil here we're gonna be using. And we got our white wine vinegar that I infused with basil flowers. Why not? Tell me that doesn't go together. I don't wanna hear it. Thanks for tuning in, Jer. Everybody, the usual suspects. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and slice these up. All right, I like an 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch little square. And you can go as thick as you want or as thin as you want, you know? Really a personal preference. I like the texture and the flavor. 1/8 inch is kind of a nice little consistency. You still get that it's a zucchini. You can put them in a bowl, pat them dry a little bit. I'll just hit them with a little paper towel after I cut them all. They just sweat so much water. All right, so we got our first batch. I like to do this in batches. You know, you don't want to overcrowd it, over moisturize it. We're just gonna do a nice little fry here. Like I said, I got probably about 325, 350 degrees is what we're looking for. Maybe even, yeah, about that. The classic fry. So we're just putting our coins in carefully, always splash away from you. I like to just take the time, but you wanna do it all in one big batch, you know, in consistency, they tend to cook. If this one's a little thinner, it's gonna get a little more color. Even if one of these gets crispy in there, they're still delicious. Getting my oil back up to temp here. Looking for just a little bit of color on the zucchini, and you don't want it to fall apart. So I like it kind of hot and fast. We get a little bit of browning, a little bit of bubbling on the outside, and it just maintains that nice little custardy creaminess on the inside. All right, great, that's what I like to see. Some nice little brown happening on there. When I start to pull them, I'll let them drip dry a little bit and just lay them out on some paper towels or even just on some rack, because that olive oil is still delicious too. So as this cooks, I got about 1 clove of garlic chopped up, a couple slices, couple little chunks, that in the last 30 seconds of this fry, I'll throw them in there, put a little flavor in there, cook a little bit of that garlic, and then add it to the rest of our mixture. Again, garlic burns super fast, so we're just gonna let that bloom and basically start taking things out in like 10 seconds. Mix that around a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Nice. I'm gonna turn the heat off, but that's what we're looking for in color. And I like that kind of, when it comes to frying it, that's how I like it. So we got our zucchini all fried up. Here's a batch that I had from yesterday that we're just gonna add to it. This is a marinated zucchini, like a perfect little side or an addition to an antipasto or something. I love it by itself. It's even great if you mix it in with some spaghetti, some more olive oil, maybe some melted butter. Yum! We're gonna dump that right into the bowl. So again, this is probably about 5 or 6 zucchini. No salt yet. You could salt a little bit ahead of time if you wanted to. I've already added about a tablespoon of the vinegar. I'm gonna add another 2 tablespoons now, and that's gonna give it that nice little bright flavor, a little hint, pretty strong hint of basil. We're gonna let this marinate for an hour, maybe 2. I like to go overnight, which we're gonna mix in with some fresh mint and some more olive oil. And it just makes a really delightful little side. Good with anything, good by itself. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of pepper. All right, let's not be crazy. We're gonna add a nice little bit of salt. And we're gonna hit it with a little Parmesan Reggiano. All right, the king of cheese, baby. What are we talking about? Add a little more salt, a little more depth, a little umami. No one's mad at that. Someone probably is, whatever, you know? Just gonna pick some mint leaves. I think we'll just do some nice little torn leaves, all right? Little bits like that. So simple, so delicious, easy to do. Everyone loves it. Grandma, the kids, most kids, some kids probably don't. As grandma always said, if they're hungry enough, they'll eat, okay? Ain't that the truth, huh? We're gonna add a little more mint to this, and we're gonna add that little basil vinegar in there. I like to let everything marinate in the vinegar and put the mint right in a la minute at the end there before you serve it. If you put the mint in overnight, it'll start to kind of bruise out and just get black, and it won't have the same kind of flavor. It'll be good, but it won't have the same kind of appearance. So we added a good couple tablespoons of some torn mint. I'm gonna give it a nice little fold just to let everything kind of marry together. Oh, that smells delicious. Sometimes, Brad, I'll tell you what, bud, that basil mint, that basil vinegar, come over here, you cute little thing. Ooh, that with that and a little bit of parm, what the heck did we do? So that's it. We made a little zucchini alla scapece, and we're gonna plate this little bad puppy right up, all right? And we're gonna eat this together. This is gonna be delicious. This is why the Italians got it right. Simple. What are you doing? You don't need the Amalfi Coast. You don't need Naples. It helps. It'll probably be better, but maybe not, you know? Maybe not. Look at that. Who said zucchini couldn't be a main? My goodness. A little drizzy boo-boo. All right, we're gonna hit it with a little parm. I don't care what the purists say. I don't care a little bit. Wow, that looks perfect. Yep. A little bit of the mint. Oh my God. The reason why you want it to marinate and sit in that vinegar 2 hours, 3 hours overnight is because something magical happens. That's what some of these Europeans, that's what everyone else in the world, that's what a lot of people do. And that's what's great, man, around something like Italian food. You let things marinate, you let things get good and nice, all right? Depth, character, flavor, baby. This is gonna be a staple for you and your family. This is gonna be a generational recipe that Bobby he passes down to his little kids, and they pass down to their little kids. And everybody's got a little bit of goodness in them. And the world's gonna be a better place because you and I made some really delicious, Brad, you're out of your goddamn mind. You know, you hear yourself sometimes, you just like yap. What are you even talking about? That's gonna be the name of this show. What is he even talking about? I should do a whole little series. I basically do, Brad. What are you talking about? About just, little things that you can do to set yourself up on little dinner parties, right? You got people coming over. Zucchini alla Scapece, baby. We'll see you next time, next week, next Wednesday, every Wednesday. Making it. Local legends coming at you, shoving it in your face in a very nice way. Go ahead, like, subscribe, unsubscribe. I don't know what to tell you, but I love you, and we'll see you next time. Bobby, you gotta try this. Come on. Put that stupid camera down. Get in there. Gazpacho. With this salad, you're getting laid. See you next time.